Hi guys, once you understand this one truth about women, you'll never get played again. It's not about being an alpha, it's not about being rich, it's not even about being the best looking guy in the room. It's about understanding how women process reality and using that awareness to protect your energy, your time, and your peace. See, most men lose not because they're weak, but because they're playing a game they don't understand. They judge women by logic. They listen to what she says, believe her intentions, and ignore the one thing that never lies, her behavior. This is exactly why I wrote Attraction Secrets, because when you finally understand how women operate emotionally, psychologically, and behaviorally, you stop reacting to what she says and start responding to what she actually means. You stop getting blindsided. You stop getting played. The link's in the description. Let me tell you where most men fail. Women don't operate based on logic. They operate based on emotional truth. Number one, what she feels is her truth, even if it makes no sense. Women aren't wired like you. Their reality is shaped by the emotional state they're in at any given moment. That means she can love you at 2 p.m. and feel totally different at 9 p.m. Not because she's evil, but because her feelings changed, and so did her version of the truth. Most men try to argue with this. They say things like, but you said you loved me, but last week you told me you never leave. That means nothing when her emotions no longer match the story she told you. That's why most powerful men don't ask for clarity. They look for consistency. If her behavior doesn't match her words, you don't need an explanation. You need distance. Number two, women test you without even knowing it. Here's what most men never realize. Women don't test you because they want to hurt you. They test you because they need to know if you're solid, emotionally stable, and unshakable. It's built into their psychology. A woman will cause friction just to feel your response. If you crumble, beg, or get extremely reactive, she instantly loses trust, even if she doesn't necessarily know why. But if you hold your frame, if you stay calm, collected, and unmoved, her subconscious tells her this man is safe, he doesn't fold, and her attraction goes through the roof. Number three, words are theater, actions are the truth. This is where most men get played. You hear her say all the right things. She talks about loyalty. She says she's tired of games. She tells you she's different. And you want to believe her because she sounds real. But then she's still texting her ex, still going out every weekend, still ignoring your boundaries. Her behavior doesn't match the story she laid out to you. And you're confused. Why? Because you judged her by her script, not her reality. Understand this. Women don't fake their patterns. They fake their presentation. So stop listening to her words and watch her effort. Watch her decisions. Watch how she treats you when you're no longer useful to her. Number four, emotional leverage is bigger than logical arguments. You don't win with women by making your case. You win by creating emotional gravity. A woman will only stay where she feels something. That feeling might be excitement, safety, dominance, curiosity, but the moment she feels nothing, she checks out. That's why the most dangerous man is the one who knows how to trigger emotion without losing control of his own. If she disrespects you, you don't argue, you withdraw. If she tests your patience, you don't explain your worth, you show her what it's like to lose your energy. Emotion is her language. Learn to speak it without being controlled by it. Number five, the man who masters his emotions always wins. Too many men think they need to stop caring in order to win, but that's not power, that's fear in disguise. You don't need to turn off emotionally. You need to learn how to channel your emotions into discipline, into standards, into action. Because when a man has control over himself, no woman can manipulate his feelings. She can't guilt trip him. She can't bait him into arguments. She can't pull him out of his character. And that's what she respects. Not coldness, but composure. See, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Some women are trying to break you, but there's a vast majority that's not. Instead, what they're doing is they're trying to feel and gauge your strength. If your emotional state is constantly tied to her behavior, she knows she's leading. But when your mood stays steady, even when she tests you, that's when her entire perception of you changes. You don't need to be distant. You need to be unshakable. And if you want to go deeper into this, if you're ready to master the emotional, psychological, and behavioral patterns that make women respect you, crave you, and fear losing you, grab Attraction Secrets now. Because once you see the game for what it really is, you'll never play it the same way again. The link is in the description. So with that being said, until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.